Well, budgets may be getting squeezed and families have to stretch dollars even more, but you shouldn't have to sacrifice your wallet for your waistline.
Yeah, well, Dr. James LaValle is a clinical pharmacist and author of Cracking the Metabolic Code. He joins us now with his strategies for staying healthy on a budget. Welcome to the show and congratulations on the book.
Oh, great to be here. It's always good to release another book, so, feels good.
Yes. So let me ask you something. A lot of people have this perception. Is it more expensive to eat healthy?
Yeah, I don't think it's more expensive to eat healthy nowadays. You look at how much it costs if you go through fast food or, go to a local place that's even serving healthier fast food. It gets kind of expensive. You do have to learn how to shop on a budget, though. I mean, you can waste food pretty easy. Just look in your fridge and see how many vegetables are growing things and, what you're dumping at the end of the week, right? So you do have to watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, there's something you call blue zones. What are those and why should we eat like they do?
Well, blue zones are areas of the world where people live to 100 years old more frequently. So whether it's Sardinia, Italy, Icarus, Greece, Okinawa, also in Loma Linda, California. And so people basically eat more vegetables, some fruit, some grains, easier on animal protein. I would be careful with that. I do think as people age, the studies would show they need animal protein, especially after your last budget, if you got those genes, right? So anyway, I think it is important, though, that people also realize in those zones, people are walking a lot. They're exercising as a part of their daily lives. And there's also this part of they're a part of a community. So as people are aging, they maintain their stature in the community, and they're still part of the community. I think that has something to do with it, too.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more on that. And I also think like their exercise is part of their living, not necessarily going to the gym every day, right? It's part of the walking and part of the living.
Yeah.
So
100%.
So frozen food, let's talk about that. Is it just as nutritious as fresh food?
It actually is, because they pick it at its peak ripeness and then they flash freeze it. So it freezes those nutrients in. The big challenge with frozen food is, don't overcook it, right? Nobody likes the mushy broccoli. But if you can package it, you can reseal it. It's great to, buy those on a budget, and you're really able to provide, good nutrition. Much cheaper than buying fresh produce, which a lot of times, I still think you need to buy it, but you just want to watch you're not wasting it, because a lot of times those foods end up sitting around. So make sure you've got those frozen veggies as a part of what you're doing with your meal planning.
Okay, speaking of nutrition, what are some less expensive proteins that also are nutritious?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can combine things like beans and rice or legumes and quinoa. That creates a plant-based way to get some protein in. And then also, just really watch protein powders you can get. Watch for sales on protein as well. So if you're looking at sales on chicken or pork or whatever's going on for that week. But, beans can provide a lot of protein for individuals, and they're great because of the fiber that they provide.
I think we always go back, right? Back in time. What can we learn from Grandma on saving money at the register?
Well, if it was my mom even, it was the H&S green stamps and cutting out coupons, right? I mean, so, that Sunday paper, looking through the coupons, hey, what are we going to do? Now you got this, right? You got the apps on your store, and you should be looking at whatever store you're going to, pull up that app, see what's on sale, get that coupon value in there, because it makes a big difference. You can save, 50, 60 bucks on a shopping trip easy.
Yeah, it's so much easier now to do it on the phone.
Right.
I used to sit and cut them on Sundays with my mom.
All right, finally, doctor, dry January has been a thing for years. Now there's sober October. So how can getting rid of alcohol, even for a month or so, kind of help your wallet and waistline?
Well, it depends on how expensive a wine you like to buy, right? But I mean, it can be pretty meaningful, especially when they say, well, I only drink a small glass of wine. And I always ask when I'm in clinic, well, is it a glass or a goblet? When you drink the goblet, you're getting through that bottle of wine pretty quick, and that can be costly. And I think the other one that people need to do is they need to think about if they're taking supplements now, because post-COVID, people ran to the supplement counter. You got to look at how you can, double up on those. So things like aged garlic extract that's got 900 studies behind it and publications that shows it has multiple benefits on heart health, which is our #1 killer. I think they're important to kind of include nutrients like that. That one's called kyolic, by the way. And you can get those type of nutrients in you as well to augment your diet to really see if you're going to go after that healthy living lifestyle.
Doctor, thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, it's a pleasure being on.
Yeah, lots of tips there. For more healthy living tips or to purchase Cracking the Metabolic Code, you can visit Jim's website right there on your screen.